Hi everybody, we're going to be looking at swing heatmaps today. Specifically, what are they? Why are they important? And then we're going to be looking at 4 specific examples to see kind of as case studies what we can learn from them very quickly and how we can apply it to our player development. So the first thing is, what is a swing heatmap? And it's going to just show us where a player is most likely to swing at pitches. This is not a true count of where they've swung at pitches. And the idea here is that we can take their swings and multiply it out to kind of get a really general idea of where a player is most likely to swing at pitches. So why is this important? We can start to see what swing decisions they're making and how we can help guide their swing decisions to basically just help them make better swing decisions. So I'm taking this from Craig Driver because I really like the idea of it. He presented at Catch-A-Con a couple years ago, and he talked about how the strike zone is an amoeba, and I think that players swing heat maps, and really any of the heat maps are amoebas, and each one is going to be distinct to the player. I think recognizing that right away is going to be the first thing that we need to kind of connect with as we start to look at them. Okay, so let's take a look at what they look like and what they can kind of tell us. So we're going to see Tommy Pham. This is an example of this heat map. And you're going to see that inside of this little red area are going to be sections of the strike zone or the plate where the player is going to most likely swing. In all of these heat maps, this little yellow ring that we're going to see around it all is going to be the 50% mark. So that means that swings inside of that are going to be 50% or more of the time. And outside of that, we're going to see happen 50% or less. So you're going to see that Tommy is swinging this blue area less than 50% of the time. In this red and orange area, he's swinging at it more than 50% of the time. Okay, so that's going to be Tommy Pham, and we're going to see that most of his swings end up in the strike zone in this little nicely clustered area. And we're going to see Kevin Pillar is going to be our next example, and we're going to see now, this is going to be an example of somebody who may swing too much and a lot out of the zone, especially up and down. So we're going to see this red continue above the strike zone. We're going to also see it go below the strike zone. Okay, just a lot of red, and we're going to see, unlike Tommy, whose ring happened to be just around the strike zone, we're going to see that Kevin's goes in a big ring, mostly outside. So it's going to be a lot of swing, and we're going to kind of just compare between Tommy and Kevin. Okay, this is going to be a huge difference between the two players. Okay, and the next one we're going to look at is going to be Tim Anderson, and we're going to see Tim has a similar look to his that Kevin Pillar does, okay, with a lot of red inside the zone, all right, a lot of red inside the zone, and a lot of that outer ring, that 50% ring that we talked about before, outside of the strike zone, okay? And we're going to compare Tim Anderson to Mike Trout, and that might not be a fair comparison, but just in terms of the heat maps, we're going to see Mike is very much keeping that nice and tight inside of the strike zone. We're going to see that his band does go outside the strike zone, but the most important part of this is going to be, where does that red happen? And we're going to see that Mike does a really nice job of keeping it right inside the strike zone as he works through his. So it's just going to kind of give you a general idea of what they are and what they can show. And I just wanted to kind of make a quick video about, you know, what it is and how it could potentially help you to start steering their decisions into different ways.